because God will always guide you. God will always be there. He will always come through for you. That is the truth. This life. Check out me, I be full spec, complete package, okay? Oh, Jennifer, when you marry my son, this thing you're doing, okay, oh. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chinwo and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Port Harcourt. If this is your first time, you are welcome to the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So you guys, in today's video is a story time. So I don't really know how this is going to sound, but this is me being open because I've never discussed this. Like, a lot of people didn't know something like this or have no idea about this. But so I'm going to be saying it up here because it's something I learned from, and I would love if one would learn from it. So this is a story time about my arranged marriage. Okay, just hold on. I know you guys have never heard about it before, but just chill, relax, okay? So if this is your first time, you are welcome. Just make yourself comfortable, make yourself at home. Check out my other videos. If there are things you would enjoy, just make sure to subscribe, okay? Please subscribe, come join the Jenna gang, okay? So you guys, this whole story started from a few years ago. So this was how it started. Disclaimer: if ever you feel that arranged marriage works for you and you want to go with it, fine. Trust me, you go ahead and do it. Don't let anybody stop you. If you feel your family did arrange someone for you to get married to and you feel it's the perfect decision, then do it. As long as it's something you are proud of, no problem. And if it's something you feel that okay, you can actually be comfortable with, you like the guy, why not stick to the guy, okay? And if ever too you feel like they're just pushing you, or you feel you don't like the person, or you feel you're not comfortable with it, see, don't bother. As long as you're having doubts, don't go ahead with it. Always make sure you clear your doubt. Always make sure you're certain before you take decisions like this, because this is a matter of life and death. When I mean death, it is forever. You cannot get out of it, okay? So you guys, let me just dive right into the video, because like I said, it's a story time. I'm just going to narrate the whole story, and then I'm going to tell you the decision I took at the end of the day. So you guys, I'm being open to you guys, like, so let's dive right into the video. So guys, one time like that, I went to my grandma's office where my grandma works, because my grandma is a health worker, a government worker actually. So one time I went to her office to give her food, and then her friend saw me, okay? Her friend saw me, and because I'm not always around back when this thing happened, I think I was writing my final year exam, or I just came back home. So I have not moved out completely from my school down to house, all this kind of stuff. So I was still in the process of moving. So I was not always around. I was always shuffling my school and home. So when this lady saw me, she was like, she said she liked me, and she asked me what school I went to. I told her and all of the stuff. And then I left, just saw it like, okay, you're just meeting my grandma's granddaughter for the first time, that kind of thing. So I went back home. I don't really go to my grandma's office like that. I go there every once and then. Maybe she needs me to do something for her and all of this stuff. I just, okay, go around and see her. When I left, my grandma came back and was like, oh, this lady said she likes you. I was like, oh, no problem, that's nice, that kind of. So a couple of weeks later, I went to the place to still see my grandma, and then the lady was asking me some certain questions like, I like you, I would like you to, you know, marry my son. You know, when parents are just bringing all this leg and you just feel like she's joking. So I was like, oh, serious? How old is your son? Is your son 12 years? All this kind of thing. And she was like, she's serious. I was like, okay, no problem. Me saying jokingly, okay, no problem. I didn't know that she actually meant it. And then I didn't even know anything about her, because then my grandma was not even aware that she was talking about all these kind of things. So I just took it like it's just one of those things when parents see a girl and they like the girl and they want the girl for their son, you get. So I just took it as one of those conversations. So there was a major work they did. I think it was this yellow fever kind of thing they did. So I worked for them as a supervisor. So that period I was working as a supervisor. She started talking about her son more often, that her son is schooled in social place, her son is done with schooling, the son is 7, that she really wants me to marry her son, that they came from a royal family, her son is the only boy she has. And I'm like, how old is your son? And she said her son is 2 years, a year older than me. And I'm like, the guy is still young, like the guy has a whole life to live. I don't think any guy at the age of 23 at the age of 25 would want to get married, because this guy literally hasn't gotten to, hasn't started work. This guy hasn't even done anything for himself. Like literally, he just came out of school, so he has a lot of things to do, and he's 7. So coupled with the fact that he's 7, for me, I just feel he has a long way, or he has a lot of things to do. Not really, he has a long way to go. And then some. When the lady kept on talking about it, for me, I said, okay, fine, no problem. She made a comment of some certain things that she started praying with my name and her son's name, but I didn't take it serious. I was like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, because I'm not putting myself under any pressure at that point. I didn't want to pressurize myself. I still have my time, so I should just enjoy it while it lasts and try to make the best out of it, because I'm trying to make end meet for my own self. I'm also trying to get a living, or also trying to make money for myself. So for me, I feel the major thing the son should be caring about is actually how to make money for himself and how to earn. In as much as your parents' money is your parents' money, it is not your money unless you hustle for the money. That's the way I see life. So you can't dwell on your parents' word, because when your parents are not there, and then that's money, you don't know how to manage it, in because you did not know how to make your own money. What would you do? The lady was like praying with my name, putting my name inside the Bible with her son's picture, and I'm like, are you really serious? I was saying this, but I didn't let it get to me. I was also praying at my own end, like, God help me to make the right decision, because I don't want to be under any pressure to make decision. Marriage is not a decision whereby you just want to wake up one day and then you just realize that you made the worst mistake of your life, because the moment you are in, you're in for good. You're not, see, unless the person dies, you don't even have an escape route. And for me, knowing that we are young persons, we literally see, for me, I see people like they have a lot of things they want to do with their life. You can't just cut their life short because you feel they are the only child you have, or because you feel that, in as much as our parents know the best for us, so they have a better plan, we also know, have our own plans. Okay, somehow we have our own plans of what we want. And I think it's better when we choose our own plan. That way, I feel everybody have the plans they want for themselves. I feel the young man in question self is literally not ready to get married. So when she was doing all of this, I said, okay, come. She then said, okay, I should come and see her son. She called her son on a video call. And then I saw her son. I've seen the son's picture. The son looks big on picture. I was like, okay, can your son calm down? Can he just come back from where he's serving? And then let's see physically and all of those things. And let me see where this will go. Because she was like, make the decision. Just say yes, we'll come and pay your bride price. Just say yes, we'll buy everything. Just say yes, you see my people today. And I'm like, I don't understand. Why would I just say yes? I've not seen the person in question. I cannot just take a decision. She was like, I should not worry. There's a guy not looking fine on picture. That I should just say yes. I understand what she was trying to do. She's trying to protect her own son, and also trying to get the best for her son. But then you can't put me under that kind of pressure of just saying yes for someone I've not seen, of just saying yes to a ghost marriage. Like, it doesn't work like that. So after so much pressure and all, she decided to, like, okay, let her son calm down. Her son came down, and then boom, you guys, what I saw on picture and what I was seeing in person, they are two different things. No offense, this guy is just like a young boy. I won't lie. I will even look way bigger than him if we're working together. But that does not really matter. But somehow it matters to me, because I want someone that I'll be proud of, someone that can stand there and I'm like, meet my husband. I don't need somebody that I won't be able to showcase, or somebody. It's just like a husband carrying the wife around, and like you cannot carry your wife around because you're not proud of your wife. All those kind of thing. See, I don't want to put myself in an awkward position. And when we talk, the boy's thinking, the boy's mentality, the boy's reasoning was way out of it. He was like, I don't have money, or I'm not working, or I don't know how to start a family. Or the guy was just saying everything negative. And I'm like, what's the meaning of this? So if you don't want all of this, why don't you tell your parents? It was like, even if you tell them, they won't agree, all this kind of thing. So the guy himself was putting more effort to trying to make the whole thing crash. And I'm like, good. And the mom, on the other hand, was putting more pressure that I'm the only one holding this thing right now, that she just say, yes, that tomorrow they're coming to pay my bride price. In my head, and I'm like, first of all, I'm not in a rush. Nobody's chasing me out of my house to get married. And funny enough, you guys, my grandparents was not aware of all this. She just told my grandma that she liked me, and then she wanted me to marry her son. And my grandma was like, you're seeing her there, tell her. She is her decision to make. So my grandma told me, Jennifer, if you're making any decision, nobody is chasing you. Sit down and pray and ask God if this is it. So at that point, she was pressuring me, and me on the other end, and I'm like, my dear, even if I'm sleeping, I know I won't agree to this. But at the same time, I didn't want it to be like, okay, you're looking down on the boy because he's a small boy, that kind of thing. Okay, what I did was to pray about it. I prayed about it, like I did a midnight prayer for it, because I don't want it to be like, your husband can be anybody, okay? Trust me, it can be anybody. You don't want to just. But then I went ahead, I prayed about it, and when I finished praying about it, I felt relaxed. I didn't have to bother. I didn't have to care. I said to myself that if all this rush were what it is going to happen, if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. There's no need to stress. You guys, do you know that every morning this lady will call me? She will preach to me, the boy's mom. She will preach to me. She won't, like, I can't have a proper rest. I can't sleep well because of this. She was always calling me every day. My daughter, how are you doing? To a point that she even said that we needed to go to a prayer house, that all the people she has been bringing for the guy. All the people she has been bringing for the guy, that the people had issues, so she wants me to see her pastor. That the moment her pastor just approved that everything is settled, I said, oh shit, yes. So now the moment her pastor just approved that everything is settled, and in my house, nobody, my elder sister, everybody, nobody was aware of what was happening. I said, which kind of voila is this? How did I enter this kind of drama? I'm not saying that an arranged marriage is a bad idea, but then you should know the kind of arranged marriage. If it's somebody that you know that, oh, this person is ready, or this person's mind, or this person is somebody that is responsible, this person can get married, this person can stand, this person can start a family, this person is hardworking. This one, there was no motivating factor. There's nothing pushing the guy. The guy is just so relaxed, like he doesn't even care. He's just looking for who he wants to have, whatever he wants to have with, and just go away. He saw me and he was like, and you have a boyfriend before now, so why can't you do this one? Why can't you? And I'm like, are you for real? Is this the kind of person they want me to get married to? Like me? Check out me, I'll be full spec, complete package, okay? Please let me feel myself. Just allow me, you guys. I'll be full spec. I'm beautiful, okay? I have the height. I have the height. I have the beauty. I have the work. I have the moves. What do you want? I have the intelligent. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm educative, and I can represent, okay? I can represent. Please, if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comment section. But if you agree with me, because hype me more in the comment section. Let me know, am I full package or not? I don't need to have the big things, but I like the way I am. Like I said, love me. I love the way I am. I don't want to change me for anything. So back to my story. So this guy was just like, and I'm like, excuse me, first of all, I'm not the type that's having no self-esteem that you feel like the marriage is doing me a favor, trying to elevate me or move me to a position. Trust me, you don't want to use marriage to run away from yourself when you're supposed to take care of yourself. You don't want to use marriage. So guys, sorry, my card got filled up, so I had to move the things out of my card so that I can continue filming. So I said, check me out. I'm a full spec. See, if you don't agree, argue with your keypad, okay? Okay, argue with yourself. So when this guy was actually making me feel saying so much things, and I'm like, young man, you're really a child because you're not ready mentally, physically, emotionally, and otherwise. So I told myself that I'm not gonna let anyone rush me. You guys, where this whole thing escalated and where it got out of hand was the day the boy's mom called and was like, I should come to the house, and I'm like, I've not seen your son. If you want me to give you an answer, let your son, before I say my son, let your son come to my house. Let my grandma see your son. Based on you people already know yourself, you people are working together, she's your colleague at work, so let your son come to the house and let my grandma see your son. Without me saying anything, my grandma can be able to tell, oh, this person is okay for me, or oh, this person is good. Not like she's gonna make the decision, but I already made my own decision because I knew I was never going to marry him. I knew I was not ready to marry him because he doesn't sound, and he doesn't look, he doesn't sound, he's not ready. In short, he's not mentally okay at that point because he has a lot of things he's thinking about. When I listen to him talk, the kind of things that comes out of his mouth, he's not even talking about marriage. Marriage is like the least thing. The only thing I hear about is, you guys, it was just not making sense. And I'm saying this is, girl, love yourself, because when you want to go into marriage like this is because you feel that, oh, you're in a hurry, or you feel that you don't know what to do with your life. You just want to jump into marriage and use marriage to fill up the space you're meant to develop yourself. See, if you're done with school, you're out of school, definitely marriage is going to come. Trust me, you guys, it's going to come. The moment you start developing yourself, invest in yourself, develop yourself. The moment you start developing yourself, the moment you start investing in yourself, everything will fall in place gradually. And always pray, you guys. always pray. I don't know how to hit on this one, because God will always got you. God will always be there. He will always come through for you. That is the truth. This life I live, I only depend on God, because I trust him more than I trust myself. I trust and believe in him more than I believe in any other thing on this planet Earth. So trust me, whatever thing, whatever decision you want to make, God knows why it is happening. God knows if it should happen or not. So at that point, I told you guys, the moment I just prayed about it, I just didn't care anymore, because I knew God had it under control. So the mom called me. When I refused to come, the mom said, okay, fine, that the son is not coming to my house, that she's even doing me a favor. And in my head, I'm like, we doing who? Me? Or I'm actually doing you people a favor, that she's even doing me a favor, that all right now that she wants to help me, I want to marry a royal family, I refuse. In my head, and I'm like, so all this why you feel you're doing me a favor? Like, for real, you feel you're doing me a favor because you want your son to marry at a young age? Your son is not even ready to marry. I didn't ask that question before. Now I asked her, okay, if we get married, if me and your son gets married, how are we going to make money, because your son is literally not working, and now is when you're looking for a job, you need experiences. So how are we going to start a family and all of this stuff? She said she'll be paying us. Okay, she'll be paying us in the sense that she'll pay the son and she'll pay me. And how do I be proud of my husband, that my husband is living off their parents, so their parents are the one paying us? So how do we buy things for them? How do we show that we are their children? How do we appreciate them for all the effort they've made in this life? I didn't feel proud. So how do I go to my mom's house, or how do I visit my parents and buy things for them because I'm living off the boy's parents, that she'll be paying me at the end of every month? And I'm like, God forbid. I wouldn't want that for myself. I want a situation whereby the same way you were able to provide for your own parents, I want to provide for my own parents. I want to provide for my own children. I want to be able to do more, not do less and be dependent. Say, to me, I don't feel that is necessary. Then why the pressure? Let your son be. When it's time to get married, he will get married. In as much as he's the only son, he's still going to inherit everything. Good and fine. Then allow the boy, just give him time, give him like a couple of years from now, before you know, everything is all set and he's all good to go. When you put people in this position, people make drastic decisions because they don't know what to do, and then at the end of the day, they end up blaming you, the girl that accepted the marriage, you, the mother. See, they might end up not blaming the mother that much. They'll blame the girl because they feel like they did the girl a favor. The boy asked me, are you ready to get married? I asked him, are you ready? Are you even sure you want to get married? Because at this point, it's not about who is ready. I don't think anybody will ever get ready to get married. It's all about your mindset up here. How do you see the marriage? What mentality and what approach do you use? Your level of understanding, your level of maturity for me. Because if you and whosoever you're with, your spouse or your partner, have this maturity level, trust me, everything is going to go smooth by God's grace, with God inside of it. Because without God, trust me, you're going to be in disaster. So when I hear him talk and all of this stuff, he didn't seem ready, and this lady told me that she was doing me a favor. That was the most disappointing part. At that point, I told her, you know what, I'm done. I'm not interested. In short, you've insulted me. Not just insulted me, you've insulted my family by telling me this. Because what do you take me for? Do I look like, did my mom tell you she's looking for your husband for me? Or did my grandma tell you she's looking for? Do we look like we're interested? Do we look like a charity case? Do I look like I'm not being fed well? I don't even understand. What's royal family? Your royal family now, what will it do for me? I don't even get. Why would you even feel you're doing me? I was this mad because I've been controlling it with she pressurizing me. Guys, you won't understand. Like, I was being like, someone is cooking me for a couple of months. You're calling me every day, back to back, just to make sure that my mind doesn't change. Saying that I'm having negative friends, that my friends are discouraging me, that I will not grab this opportunity, that God has brought something good my way. This lady said a lot of things. She said a lot of things just in the name of me marrying her son. And I'm so grateful to God that God had his own plan. God had it the best way. And God made sure that the thing used his hand and scatter on its own. I didn't have to bother. When she made that statement, she was doing me a favor. At that point, she had to call me the following day and apologize. And I'm like, no problem, my apologies accepted. But ma, please don't be offended. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm done. Sorry, I cannot and will never marry your son for any reason. I only gave a room just because I respected you, not because I was stupid or selfish. And just so that it doesn't look like I got an opportunity, or which opportunity, or just so that it doesn't look like someone came in and then I just neglected them without trying to know them. That was why I gave the room. And at the end of the day, I realized, and I'm so proud for the fact that I did not end up there. Trust me, because you guys, I'll be in the house playing music. She'll be like, Jennifer, when you marry my son, this thing you're doing, you will not do it too. I say, here. Oh, Jennifer, when you marry my son, this thing you're doing, okay, oh. To the point that the point that her children will be telling me, my mommy, you cannot do this thing in this house. So, and I'm like, are you for real? Why can't you just interested us into getting married? Why do you want us to get married? So you guys, I feel like I've ranted a lot. Like, I just needed to share this. Nobody should put you under any pressure of getting married. If you know you're ready to get married, fine. If you're not, don't pressurize yourself. Trust me, don't use marriage as an escape route to your life. Don't use marriage as an escape route to you trying to build yourself, because see, whatever you don't build in yourself, once you get married, that gap will still be there. You still need to fill it up one way or the other. So use it to know yourself, use it to understand yourself, use it to develop and invest in yourself, because that way when you're getting married, you're not seeing marriage as that thing to fill up. You're seeing it as what? As part of your life. You're seeing it as a responsibility. You're seeing it as a commitment, not something that you're seeing as an part of you that is missing. Marriage does not fill up any missing part of you. It is you yourself that have to fill up your own part with God and fill up the other part of yourself that is not complete. So I feel like I'm turning to a motivational speaker in this video. So you guys, if you really enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Have you ever been in this situation before? And also give this video a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on this? And with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe, share this video, guys. Share it for people to see it, because a lot of people might be in this position. A lot of people might be going through something like this, but they don't know what to do. A lot of people might be under pressure. Just share this video to your loved ones. Share this video to people out there for them to see. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out. Bye.